In order to transfer files from the computer that you're working on to your virtual desktop, the files need to be either on the desktop or inside the folders called My Documents, and you need to log into the virtual desktop. Chinook's Edge homepage. At the very bottom, there is a link to virtual desktops. When you click on that, you get a screen that looks like this. Log in with your regular username and password if you're a student. If you're a staff member, you need to log in with your Google Docs username and password, and that might be different than the username and password that you use for email or when you're logging in on your computer or laptop. Once you log in, you're going to get a screen that looks like this, and you're going to click on Windows 7 Desktop to launch the virtual desktop. If you're working on a computer at home, you're going to need to have installed the Windows client or the Mac client if it's not a Chinook's Edge computer. If you need more information about how to do that, you can ask your technician. I've already got my desktop. It's open right here. And then you're going to click on the Start button. You're going to click on Computer. We need to open the D/client-U network folder right here. And if you can't, if you try and do that and it tells you you don't have permissions, just go to the tab at the top, choose Preferences, click on HDX, and make sure here under File Access it says Read Write and Remember My Selection. We're going to open, this is a network drive, the D/client-U file. Open that up, open up Documents and Settings, open up your personal username. You could open up desktop at this point, but I know the folder I want is inside My Documents. Here it is, Files to be copied. There's two ways to do it. There's drag and drop and also copy and paste. I'll show you drag and drop first. You can just drag the folder you want on top of where you want it to go. In this case, I want it to go to my folder because that's my personal server share. You notice when I hovered over top of it, it opened. So now it's actually going to copy it to a subfolder called Easy Grade Pro. That's not where I want it. So make sure you're paying attention to where it's copying. Here we go. I wanted to copy it to my iDrive. That's my personal server share on the network. It moved over fairly quickly because it's a small folder. When I check to make sure it's there, Files to be copied, there it is. Another way you can copy it is using copy and paste, and I'll show you how we can move something back from virtual LAN to your regular desktop by doing that way. So you can right click and choose copy, and then you want to go back to that D/U folder. So I'm going to go to my computer. There's that D drive again, Documents and Settings, my username. In this case, I wanted to go just on the desktop, not in any subfolders, so I don't even have to open the desktop. I'm just going to right click and choose Paste.